morning students. In the last class we covered packages concept briefly. What is package? What are the predefined packages supported developed by Java people and user defined packages. In today's class I am going to talk about access control and access modifiers in Java language. Access modifiers are visibility modifiers. Access modifiers are visibility modifiers in Java. There are two types of modifiers in Java, access modifiers and non-access modifiers. So access modifiers can be classified into two types. First one is access modifiers and next one is non-access modifiers. The access modifiers in Java specifies accessibility, scope of a data member, method, constructor of a class. Suppose access modifiers is applicable class and method, a data member and constructor. A class can be defined as any access specifier and it can be applicable to the method and a constructor or a class. A class can be defined any access specifier. It is possible to define access modifier with respect to class, method and constructor and a class. So in Java there are four types of access modifiers. Public, first one is public access specifier, private access specifier, next one default access specifier, next one is protected access specifier. Already I told you our main method is public access specifier. Our main method contains the public. These four are the keywords. First of all, these four are the keywords: public, private, default, protected. Public is the keyword. Our main method is public access specifier. Access specifiers are access modifiers, are visibility control, are access control. We can call as any name: access control, access modifier, access controls, or visibility modifiers. We can call as any name. So in Java it can be categorized into four types: public, private, default, protected. These four are also known as access modifier, and these four are keywords. Public is the keyword, private is the keyword, default is the keyword, protected is the keyword. Finally, Java supports four access modifiers: public, private, default and protected. These four are keywords according to the naming rules. Already you know that keyword first letter should start with lowercase letter, P should start with lowercase letter, in this private P should start with lowercase letter, in this default D should start with lowercase letter because it is a keyword. Next one, protected, first letter P should start with lowercase letter. I will discuss one by one what is the scope of public access specifier, how it can be applicable with respect to the class, method, how we can accessing public access specifiers within the class, within the sub package, and outside the class and outside the package, how we can accessing, so we can restrict any rules are there. I will explain one by one. So coming to the first one, public access modifier or public access specifier. What is public access specifier? What is public access? The public access modifier is accessible everywhere. Already I told you public means everyone can easily access. So imagine a public property and private property. Public means road, railways, everyone we can easily access. Private means it has some restrictions. For example, imagine a private property, our house. Only who are the owners, who are the family members of the house, only they can access it. But public means everywhere, everyone can easily access. Public property means everyone can easily access. So our class is a public, our method is a public. Every class, every package can easily access the public access specifier. Public access modifier. Public access modifier is accessible everywhere. Everywhere we can accessing public access specifier. When class is declared as a public, the class can be accessible outside the class and outside the package, within the class, within the subpack, everywhere, we can easily access because it is a public. It has the widest scope among all other modifiers. Compared to default, private, protected access modifiers, it is the widest scope among all other modifiers. I will explain with respect to the example here. Let me explain one example here. In this example, I am creating one package. Here. Package. How we can create a package? Package declaration starts with a package keyword. Package is the keyword. First letter should start with lowercase letter. Already you know that in the last class we covered packages and user defined packages. Package is the keyword, first letter should start with lowercase letter. So here I am generating one package, I am creating one package, package pack, package pack. Here package is the keyword, package here package is the keyword and followed by package name. Here pack is the package name. Here pack is the package name. Pack is the package name. Next one, here I am defining one class. Here I am defining one class. But our class is public access specifier. Public class A. Public class A. So in this one, I am defining one class. Class generally you know that class declaration starts with the class keyword and followed by class name. Here what is our class name? A. So A, what is the scope of this class? Public. What is the scope of this class? Public. It is a public class, everyone we can easily access. So in this class, here I am defining one method. Here I am defining one method. Public void message. Public void message. Public void message. So in this method, generally what is the syntax for defining a method? Return type, method name, here parentheses. So we may pass the parameters, we may not pass the parameters. Next one, but it is a public. This method is public. What is the scope of message method? What is the scope? Public. Every method can be defined as a public access specifier. Simply we can call as it is a public method. So what is the body of this method? Here I am writing system.out.println, 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 hello, system.out.println, hello. Here I am closing method body and class body. So we can save this file name, we can save this class as a.java. We can save this class as a.java. We can save this program as a.java. So, and we have to compile this program. Generally, what is the command for compilation? Java C -d dot filename dot java dot a dot java. This is the command for compilation. Here -d means directory. It creates the current directory. So D is a directory. It will create a directory given by the package name. It will create a directory given by the package name. What is our package name? Pack. So in this one, here dot representing current path. On the console, dot representing current path. So a.java, after compiling this program, one dot class file is generated. The dot class file can be stored in pack folder. So in this one, pack directory is created. In this directory, a.class file will be stored. A.class file will be stored. So it is generally we have to create a package. So in this program, just I have created one package. Package name is pack. Have declared one class. So class A, in this class I have written one method, message method. It is the public method. So what is the body of this method? System.out.println hello. Already I told you here system is the class. System is the class. Java is collection of classes and objects. In Java, every class is a part of package. Every class is a part of package, directly or indirectly. Every class is a part of package. System is the class. System class is present in which package? LAN package. System is the package. This class is present in which package? LAN package. But in Java, LAN is a default package. Automatically, it is imported at the time of compilation. It is available in every Java class because it is a default package. Users can't declare explicitly LAN package because it is a default package. At the time of compilation, automatically LAN package will be imported at the time of compilation itself. Next one continuation program. Here we can save this program as a.java on the compiling and dot class file is generated. On the console -d means it will create a directory given by the package name. So it will create one folder. On the folder, after compiling, dot class file will be generated. That dot class file will be stored in pack folder. Next continuation here. So in this one, again I am creating one package. Here package my pack. Here package my pack. Package my pack. So in this one, just I created one package. Our package name is my pack. Our package name is my pack. So in this package, I want to import pack package here. So how we can importing? By using import keyword. By using import keyword. Here import pack. So here I want to import a class. So in this my pack, a class. Here I want to import a class in my pack package. So how we can importing based on the package name? So a class is present in which package? Package. So pack dot import pack dot a. Import pack dot a. I hope you have clear about user defined packages in the last class. Then only you can understood this concept. Already I told you user defined packages, how we can create a user defined package and how to compile and how to run a user defined packages. So here just in this statement I am importing a class in this package. So like predefined packages, user defined packages also can be imported in this way. So import pack.a, because here in this my pack package I want to import a class. How we can importing based on the import statement? Import a class is present in which package? Package. Only after compilation one pack folder is created, on that a.class file will be stored. So whenever we can import a class file, then only in our program a class will be loaded into in our program. It is similar to the predefined packages and inbuilt packages. So here I am defining one class B. So in this class I am defining main method. Already you know that main method have three keywords: public, static, void main, string aux array. Public, static, void main, string aux array. So directly we can create object of a class. Already we can importing a class. In this B class I am creating object of a class. Here a obj equal to new a. So directly we can accessing with the help of object name, directly we can accessing message method obj.message. How I am closing main method body and class body. So in this program already have created one package. Our package name is my pack. So in this package here I want to import a class in our program. So how we can importing based on the import statement? What is the functionality of import statement? The functionality of import statement makes only classes belonging to the corresponding package. Here, what are the classes belonging to these packages? Those classes available in our program. That is the functionality of import keyword. The functionality of import keyword makes only classes belonging to the corresponding package. Here, what is our corresponding package? Pack. So, in these packages, only I want to load a class in our program. That is possible by using import statement and import keyword. So here I have created one class B. In this class I have defined main method. I have created object of a class directly. A obj equal to new a. With the help of these object reference I am accessing message method. In the previous, So already I saved this program and I compiled this program. After compilation, compiled code could be generated. A dot class file will be generated. After compilation, dot class file will be generated already. Next one, if you compile and run this program, so because the message method is the public, A class is the public. In this one, A is public. What is the scope of A class public? What is the scope of message method? It is also public. Public means everyone we can access. So it is the widest scope among all other modifiers. Our class is public, main method is public means everywhere within the class or outside the package. So outside the package, outside the class, we can easily accessing. Public can be accessible within the class, within the sub package, outside the class and outside the package. Anywhere we can accessing. Just imagine a public property. Public property means everywhere, everyone we can easily access. Compared to private property means only who are the owners, who are the family members, only they can access it. But public means suppose road, railways, everyone we can easily accessing. So it is a public, our class is public, A class is public and the A class method, message method is public within the class, within the sub package, outside the class, outside the package. So already A class is defined in the package. But my package is outside package. Outside package also we can easily accessing outside the class. Here B is outside class. Outside the class we can accessing A class can easily because it is a public. Our class A class is public and A class message method is public. Public means everywhere we can easily access. It is the widest scope among all other modifiers. It is the public access modifier. It is the public access modifier. Next one coming to the private. Coming to the private access modifier. So what is private access modifier? The private access modifier is accessible only within the class. The private access modifier is accessible only within the class. Outside the class, outside the package cannot access private access specifier. Only within the class we can accessing private access specifier. Any class, any method can be defined as a private access specifier. Only we can accessing within the class, outside the package we can't access private access specifier. Let us see the program, then only you can easily understand, you can get much clarity about private access specifier. So here I am writing a simple program. Here just I am creating one class. Class A. So in this class I am defining one method. So I am defining one data member private int x equal to 10. Private int x equal to 10. So just here I am defining one class. Our class is A. So in this class I am defining one variable. Here x is a variable. It is a type of int, but it is protected access specifier. It is private access specifier. X is a private access specifier. Next here I want to write one method. That method also private access specifier. Here I am writing one method. Private void message. What is the body of this method? Here I am writing body of here I am providing body of this method. I am writing system.out.println hello. So every statement terminated by the semicolon. Here I am closing method body. So next I am defining one more class. Next I am taking one more class. Next here I am taking one more class. Public class demo. In this class I am generating main method. I am defining main method. Here I am writing main method statement. Already you know that main method have three keywords: public, static, void main. Public static void main string aux array. Public static void main string aux array. String aux array. So in this main method, so suppose in this main method, I have to create object of a class. So I want to create object of a class. A obj equal to new A. So here A is our class name. We can directly create object of the A class. So A obj equal to new A. A obj equal to new A. So with the help of these object reference, I am calling variable name. Here I am writing system.out.println. System.out.println. So in this one, X is the data member. X is the data member. How we can accessing X variable in outside the class? So these all are the non-static variables and non-static methods. How we can accessing those non-static variables and non-static methods in our program? By using object reference. Because in Java only main method of the path can be loaded into the program. Apart from anything would contain in the form of bytecode. So in order to access non-static variables and instance variables in our program, we can create an object with the help of object reference. So we can call it. So here I am calling obj.x. With the help of the object reference, I am calling x data member. What is the syntax for accessing object name dot variable name. Here object name is obj, variable name is x. In the similar way, we have to call method name obj.message. So I am closing main method body on the class body. So whenever compiler reaches these two statements, it rises a compilation error. Because X is a protected compilation error or compilation error. Because X variable is X variable is private. X is a variable. It is what is the in this class I have created one variable and one method. So I have written one variable and one method name. But these two are private access specifier. What is the scope of private access specifier? Only we can access it within the class. Outside class cannot accessing. So only this class only we can accessing extend message method. Outside the class means demo. It is a demo class. In this class we are unable to accessing private data members and private methods. Private members only we can accessing within the class. Outside the class we can't accessing. Suppose we are trying to accessing private data member and private methods in the outside the class, it leads on compilation error at the time of compilation. It is the private access specifier. So this program could not compile successfully at the time of compilation. It leads an error. X data member is the private and message is the private methods. We can't accessing outside the class. So already we started at the public access specifier. Till now we have completed private access specifier. If you observe the difference public and private access specifiers, public means everywhere we can accessing within the class, within the package, outside the class and outside the package. Because private means only private access specifier means only scope is within the class. Within the class we can accessing. Outside the class and outside the package we can't accessing. Suppose we are trying to accessing private data member and private methods outside the class. At the time of compilation it leads an error. If our program could not compile successfully at the time of compilation it leads an error. But the error compile time error because X is a data member. X data member is private. Private means only within the class. Outside the class we can't access. In this statement it leads an error. At the time of compilation it leads an error. So whenever we can call method name with the help of object reference. So our message is a method. That method is private access specifier. Private access specifier method is cannot accessing outside the class and outside the package. So in this statement also, whenever compiler reaches this statement, it creates an error, it creates an compile time error. Our program could not compile successfully. At the time of compilation, it leads an error. It leads an compile time error because X data member and message is a private. Private means only within the class we can access it. We can save and compile and run this program. At the time of compilation, it leads an error. Because X is a variable, it is private. What is the scope of X variable? Private. What is the scope of message method? Private. Private means only within the class. Only a class only you can access it. Only a class can access these members. Outside the class is demo class, cannot accessing X variable and message method. Because these two are private access specifiers. Next, coming to the default access specifier. So default access modifier. Default access modifier. Default access modifier. So what is default access modifier? If you don't use any modifier. If you don't use any modifier, it is treated as default. Already I told you whenever I explained advantages of packages concept. If you don't specify any access specifier by default, it can be considered as a default access specifier. Next one, if you don't use any modifier, it is treated as default by default. Default access specifier by default. The default modifier is accessible only within the package. The default modifier is accessible only within the package. Outside the package, we can't accessing default access modifier. Let's see the implementation of the program. Then only you can easily understand what is default access specifier and what are the restrictions of default access specifier. Suppose here I have created one package. Here package. Here I am creating one package. Package. So in this package, here I am defining one class A. So in this class I am defining one method, void message. What is the body of this message? Here I am writing system dot out.println hello. Hello. Here I am closing either body and class body. So we can save this program as Java. So we can compile this program. So here what we have did. So here I have created one package. Our package name is stack. Already I have created one class, A class. In this class I have written one method, message method. So if you don't specify any access specifier, so here it is a class A simply. So here I am not specifying any access specifier. Here I am not specifying public and private. Here this is a class A. Here I am not specifying any access specifier. By default, it can be considered as a default access specifier. Suppose I have write public class A. Compiler understand it is a public access specifier. Suppose I have write private class A. It is a private access specifier. So here I am not specifying any access specifier. So here I am not specifying any access specifier. By default, it will be treated as a default access specifier. So in this message also, what is the scope of this message? by default it can be considered as a default access specifier. Because here I am not specifying any access specifier, by default it will be treated as default access specifier. In this program, class A scope is default and message scope is by default it will be a default. So what is the body of this method? Standard, outer, printer and hello. So what is the scope? What is the restrictions of default access specifier? The default modifier is accessible only within the package only. Only within the package we are able to access default access specifier. Outside the package, outside the class, we can't access default access specifier. If you can't specify any access specifier with respect to a class and with respect to a method, by default it will be considered as a default access specifier. Let us see this program here. We have one class, A class. In this class here I am not specifying any access specifier. By default it will be considered as a default access specifier. So in this method also, what is the scope of this method? In this one also, here I am not specifying any access specifier. By default it will be considered as a default access specifier. So in our program, A class and our method message, these two are by default access specifier. What is the restrictions of default access specifier? The default modifier is accessible only within the package. Only within the package. Let us see the implementation. Let us see the continuation of this program. So going this one, next one. Here I am creating one package. Package declaration starts with the package keyword. Already you know that. Already I told you. According to the naming rules, first letter should start with lowercase letter. Here I am creating package P1. Package P1. So in this package, in this P1 package, I want to import A class in our program. A class in our P1 package. A class in our P1 package. How we have to import A class in our in this program, in this package P1, by using import statement. Import pack dot star. Import pack dot star. Import pack dot star. Or you are also able to write import pack dot A. Import pack dot A. So what is the difference between these two statements? These two are valid statements. Here import pack dot star means all classes. What are the classes available in package? Here pack is the package name. What are the classes available in package? Those all classes will be loaded in our program. What is the meaning of this statement? Means here only only A class would be loaded in our program. So here pack is the package name. So in this pack only A class can be loaded in our program. So these two are valid statements. Next one. Here I am defining one class. Class B. So in this class I am defining main method. Public static void main. Public static void main string aux array. Public static void main string aux array. After main you can open the curly brace. So directly we can create object of the A class. In this B class directly we can create object of the A class. Here A equal to new A. So with respect to the class we can create object. Our class is A. So A is the class name. It is the object name or reference variable. New is the keyword. So in this one A is the constructor. Constructor name same as the class name. It is the default constructor. So directly with the help of object name we can directly accessing message method. A.message. So whenever compiler reaches this statement, at the time of compilation it leads an compilation error. It leads an compile tab error. Because so in the A class message is the method. So we can't specify any access specifier. By default it will be treated as default access specifier. The default modifier is accessible only within the package. Within the class only we can accessing. Outside the class, outside the package we can't accessing. Suppose we are able to accessing default access specifier methods and variables in outside the class, outside the package. We are trying to access at the time of compilation it leads an error. So in our program could not compile successfully at the time of compilation it leads an error because message method is default. Message method is default. What is the scope of message method in the A class? Its scope is default. Default means within the package only we can accessing. Outside the package can't accessing default access modifier. Okay. So I think you have clear about default access specifier. Next, finally, next one is protected access modifier. Already we covered public, private and default access specifier. Last access modifier is protected access modifier. So what is protected access specifier? The protected access modifier is accessible within the package. The protected access modifier is accessible within package and outside the package. Within the package also we can accessing, outside the package also we can accessing, but through inheritance only. Okay. Protected access modifier is accessible within the package and outside the package. But outside the package, how we are able to accessing? By using inheritance concept. By using inheritance concept. Next one restriction of protected access modifier is the protected access modifier can be applied on the data member, method and constructor. It cannot be applied on the class. It cannot be applied on the class. It can be applicable data members means variables, methods, constructor. So any method can be defined as a protected member. So any method simply it can be declared as a protected method, and any constructor we have defined as a protected member. But it cannot applied on the class. Suppose we are trying to define protected class A. Protected class A. Protected class A. So it is valid or invalid class declaration? Invalid, because it cannot apply on the class. Protected access modifier cannot apply on the class. Suppose we have written our class as a protected access modifier, it leads in compilation error. One restriction of protected access specifier is it can be applicable with respect to the method, constructor, and variables. It cannot apply on the class. It cannot be applied on the class. It is one of the restriction of protected access specifier. Protected access modifier is accessible within the package and outside the package. Outside the package, how we can accessing based on the inheritance concept, we can accessing. Let's see the implementation of this program. Then only you can get much clarity about protected access specifier. Here I am writing a simple program. Here I am creating one package. Here I am writing a simple program. Let us see. So here I am creating one package P1. So in this package, here I am defining one class, public class A. So in this class I am defining one method, protected void show. So in this one, just I have declared one method. What is our method name? A is a public. Next one here, show. I have written one method. What is our method name? Show. So what is the scope of this method? It is the protected access modifier. So in this method, what is the body of this method? Here I am writing system.out.println. Hello. Simply I am writing hello. So here I am closing method body and class body. Okay, so we can save this program as a.java. and we have compiled. After compilation it will generate a dot class file. Next here I am writing one more program. So here I am creating one package my pack. So in these package I want to accessing a class. On my package. How we can accessing based on the import statement? Here I am writing import. So import package name dot class name. So a class is present in which package? P1 package. So in this program, what is our package name? P1. So P1 dot A. So by using import statement, classes belonging to the corresponding package available in our current program. So in this program, a class is available in our current program. So next one. Here I am taking one more class. Class demo. So in this one I am creating a main method. I am generating main method. I am defining main method. Public static void main. String auxarray. Yes, here I am creating directly. Here I am creating object of the A class. So A obj equal to new A. With the help of these A class, I am calling show method. Obj dot show. I am closing main method body and class body. So we have to compile and run this program. Finally, we can get output. So here what we have did. So in this program, just I am creating one package P1. So in this P1 package, have created one class A class. It is a public access modifier. So in this A class, I already have written one method show method. It is a protected access modifier. What is the rule of protected access specifier? It can be accessible within the package and outside the package by using inheritance concept only. By using inheritance concept only. By using inheritance. Here, demo extends A. So we can create an object of the subclass. So demo d1 equal to new demo. D1 dot show. Protected access modifier is accessible outside the package also. But how we can accessing? By using inheritance concept. Protected access modifier is accessible within the package and outside the package, but through inheritance only. So here in this package, I am importing a class file. Class demo extends A. Here demo is the subclass. A is the superclass. So in this one, I am defining main method. I am creating object of the subclass demo d1 equal to new demo. So here I am calling show method. Show method scope is protected. Protected access method is can be accessible within the package and outside the package by using inheritance concept. Already I have applied inheritance concept. Our demo class extends A class. Here demo is the subclass, A is the superclass. Directly we can creating object of the subclass. We have calling show method. So whenever I am calling method name through the object reference, what is the body of show method? That method body could be executing. Show method scope is protected. Protected access modifiers can be accessible within the package and outside the package also we can easily accessing. But it can be applicable method, constructor and variable. It cannot apply on the class. Suppose we are trying to write one class as a protected. At the time of compilation, it leads an error. Protected access modifier is applicable with respect to the method and constructor and variable. It cannot apply on the class. These all are access modifiers. So I hope you have clear about these concepts. Yes, ma'am. So let us see this figure. So here understanding all Java access modifiers. So access modifiers: private, default, protected, public. Private, default, protected, public. So first I have explained public access specifier. Public access means everywhere we can access it. Within the class. Within the class also we can access it. So within the class we can access it. Yes, we can access it within the class, within the package. So within the package also we can easily access it. Yes, we are able to access it. Public access specifier within the package and outside the package by subclass, and outside the package we can easily access it. Public access specifier. So next one, coming to the private access specifier. Private access specifier means only we can accessing within the class. Yes, we can accessing within the class. So outside the class and outside the package, so outside package by subclass we can't accessing private access modifier. Private access modifier is accessing only within the class. Within the package we can't access, outside the package we can't access, outside the package by subclass we can't accessing by private access modifiers. Next one, coming to the default access specifier. Default access specifier we can accessing within the class only. Within the class we can accessing default access specifier. So next one, within the package we can accessing default access specifier. Outside package by subclass we can't access, outside the package we can't access default access modifier. Next one, finally, protected access modifier. Protected access modifier is accessing within the class. Yes. So we are happily accessing protected access specifier within the class, and also we can happily accessing protected access modifier within the package also, and outside the package by subclass also we can easily accessing outside package by subclass only. Outside package by subclass only we can easily access it. Outside the package we can't accessing protected access modifier. It is the scope of private access control and access modifier visibility controls. So public means everywhere we can access it. Within the class, within the package, outside the package by subclass, outside the package, everywhere we can access it. Private means only within the class we can access it. Suppose we are trying to accessing private data members, private variables, private methods and private classes. A class can be declared as a private. That class cannot accessing outside the class, outside the package and outside the package by subclass also we can't accessing private access modifier. So any modifier can be applicable. Suppose one class can be defined as public class A, next one private class A, private class A. Suppose you can't specify any access specifier. By default, it will be considered as a default access modifier. Protected means it cannot apply protected access modifier on the class. It can be applicable variables and methods constructed. Any method, suppose any method can be applied to the public, private, protected and default. In similar way, so any variable, any method, any constructor, simply we can define also protected access specifier. Access modifier simply we can applicable. Access modifiers can apply variables, methods, classes and constructors. Any class, suppose any class we can declare it as, any class we can specify as public, any method can be specified as public, any constructor can be specified as public, Next one, any class can be specified as a private access modifier. Next, any variable also can be defined as private. Any constructor also can be defined as private. But it has some rules and regulations. It has some restrictions. Suppose any variable can be defined as a private access modifier. It cannot accessible outside the class and outside the package. But any variable, any method can be defined as a public access specifier. It can be accessible outside the class. Finally, total 4 public, private, default, protected access modifiers can apply with respect to a class, with respect to the variable, with respect to the method. Any method simply we can define as public, private, protected and default access specifier. But only protected access specifier cannot apply on the class. We can specify protected access specifier with respect to the class, method and constructor, but we can't specify a class. It has some rules and regulations. We can specify these 4 access specifier with these 4 access specifiers we can apply class, constructor, method and variables. But it has some rules and restrictions. Suppose any variable can be defined as a public, it can be accessing anywhere. Private means only within the class we can accessing. Protected means within the class, within the package, within the outside the package subclass only we can accessing. Default means only within the class and within the package we can accessing. So it has some restrictions. It varies on the access modifiers. So it is important topic, access modifiers. In our exam point of view, explain access control or access modifiers or visibility control. Both are same. It is one of the important topic in Java programming language. Explain access control. Explain access